Lindsay and welcome back to a new video on my new channel on my video. Great start. Today I'm doing the work in progress tag. I'm so excited to talk about my middle grade. I love it so much. Been working on it non-stop. I don't know what it is about this book, but it is just flowing in a way that my YA fantasy never did. So we're just gonna jump straight into the questions. Question number 1. What is the working title of your book? For right now I am calling it The Glass Witch, which is very vague, but it has its reasons. Number 2, where did the ideas for your book come from? So I talked in my recent how I prepare for my first draft video that I write down all of my ideas on note cards, and then when I feel like I'm ready to start a new story, I just flip through the note cards and try to combine different ideas and elements, and that's what happened with this book. I had a character idea and it was my little chubby 12-year-old self in a way, not really, but and then I wanted something set in like a magical rabbit rescue sanctuary. I actually worked with the Dayton Humane Society for 2 years and was on the what we call the bunny brigade, which is where we took care of the rabbits, we cleaned the cages, we socialized them, and we helped them get adopted. I love rabbits so much and I wanted to use that knowledge in that setting and put them in a book. And I also had a really fun magic system that I wanted to combine, and so I put all the elements together and I have my lovely little middle grade. Number 3. What genre does your book fall under? It is middle grade fantasy, and if you want to break it down farther, it's like middle grade contemporary fantasy. Number 4. What actress would you choose to play in your movie rendition? So, okay, my main character basically is the little girl from A Little Princess. I don't remember her name, but that's basically what she looks like. Like, I saw that little girl and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to write a story about this little girl. And that's basically who she is. Number 5, what is the one sentence synopsis of your book? Maybe if I just stand here long enough, it'll like spew out. Chubby 12-year-old Adelaide thought her biggest struggle going back to her mom's hometown would be living in her mom's pageant shadow. But what she didn't know, here we go, alright, I'm on a roll now. What she didn't know was that there was a 300-year-old witch hunter lurking in the shadows to take magic from the entire town, but steal her pageant crown as well. That makes it sound like the witch hunter is competing in the pageant, which he's not. That's an idea. Moving on. Number 6. Will your book be self-published or represented by an agency? Hopefully represented by an agency. I would love to get agented from When the Sea Came for Us, and I want an agent that does both YA and middle grade sales. But if that doesn't pan out, I'll query this book and hopefully get represented that way. Number 7. How long did it take to write the first draft of your manuscript? It took just about 2 months. I fast drafted it. I'm a huge outliner, so I just wrote all the beats down and just that's the sound I always make. Number 8. What other books would you compare to your story? Hocus Pocus is definitely a comp title for me. There are 3 witches and 1 witch hunter, but unlike in Hocus Pocus, the witches are good and the witch hunters are bad, but it still has that like early settler pilgrim witch hunting historical vibe, and it has a small town and it has a very like heavy autumn Halloween setting. The other book it's kind of like is Julia Murphy's Dumplin', which is a YA book, but it deals with like the mom and the pageant and living in her shadow type thing. That's kind of similar in my book, except in my book it's a costume contest pageant, so everyone, like the best costume wins, not necessarily like the prettiest girl wins, but there's still like fat phobia in that kind of situation. So yeah, so Hocus Pocus meets Dumplin' in a middle grade form, I guess. Number 9, who or what inspired you to write the book? I think I've said this before, just 12-year-old me. Like, I would have loved to have a magical chubby girl to read about when I was 12. Number 10, what else about your book might pique reader interest? Well, Halloween. Hello, Halloween. Which is family dynamic, which is the main internal and interpersonal conflict of the book. It's magic, and there's cute little bunnies. Cute little bunnies. What else do you need? Alrighty guys, so that is the work in progress tag on my middle grade book, The Glass Witch. I was about to say When the Sea Came for Us. I cannot get that out of my mind. It's so weird to have another project. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. What am I doing? One of you guys needs to teach me to dab, because seriously, this is getting ridiculous. Okay, I'm leaving now. Goodbye.